Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video. What up, what up, what up?
What's poppin', twin?
How's it going?
Hey, you doing?
How y'all feeling, bro? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun. As long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Yo, we got some fire topics for y'all tonight. One of the main topics of tonight, I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about what has happened in Minneapolis, where a woman who just was shot by an ICE agent, 37-year-old woman. We're going to get into that. Then we're going to talk about, just a little tad bit of drama, with your girl Tyranny over there at the Ilkhan Ali podcast. And then we're going to jump into some money a little bit later, all right? And we gotta touch on Michael Jordan and LeBron James. We're gonna top into that. But let's go ahead and dive into this ICE thing right now because I think it's a big thing to talk about. I don't have a lot of information in regards to what's going on. I've only just been seeing posts about what's been going on. So there's a few videos that I'm gonna play. Then if I hear something crazy, of course, I'm going to give my commentary on it. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. And if you haven't tapped into the Patreon, be sure to do so. I will officially start dropping a Patreon video every month, at least once a month. The next video is going to be, I got some exclusive things that's coming too. I got some interviews that's coming. Also, another thing that I will be dropping as well is how you can actually turn your YouTube to a money machine. So it's something that I've been learning, some things that I've been practicing, as well as some things that I've learned from other people who are doing it. So I actually want to teach you guys that as well. So I'm gonna have that video up sometime this month. I'll let you guys know. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Following breaking news in Minneapolis, where city officials confirm a shooting occurred reportedly involving a federal ICE agent and a civilian this morning. You see the live pictures right there. Our Whitney Wild is there on the ground. Whitney, tell us what's happening right now.
Dana, we're in the heart of Minneapolis. We're here on East 35th and Portland Avenue. And let me show you first, I'll show you who's on scene. That is Mayor Jacob Frey. He's the mayor of Minneapolis. To the side here on the left side of your screen, that is Police Chief Brian O'Hara. There is an enormous law enforcement presence here from multiple different jurisdictions. Our photographer is going to show you what the crowd looks like here, Dana. Mayor Frey is now leaving. I think you're probably starting to hear people yelling to him, but he is now leaving. He had spoken with some people on the edge of the crowd when he first arrived, according to a man who had video of it. He did not come back to the crowd. Now a crowd is following him down the street. But what you're looking at right now is the law enforcement response here. So you see Minneapolis police, you see the Hennepin County Sheriff's Department. We've also seen the U.S. Marshals here. We've seen Customs and Border Patrol. But let me bring you up to speed with what we know. As you said, we know that there was a shooting involving federal law enforcement near East 34th Street and Portland Avenue. That was according to the city of Minneapolis. We do not yet know for sure what the extent of any injuries are or what prompted this. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has weighed in, saying my public safety team is working to gather information on an.
Yeah. So, and what they're saying right now. So there's two different sides of the coin. So there's one side that's saying that it was self-defense, and then there's another side of saying that she was wrongfully shot. I want to ask y'all: have y'all seen the video yet? Have y'all seen what happened? And what do y'all think? Do y'all think it was self-defense? Do you think she was using her vehicle as a weapon, or do you think the ICE agent was in the wrong? What do you think? He says that Von Miller. He said Von Miller. Nah, you crazy here, bro.
ICE-related shooting this morning. Again, Mayor Jacob Fry is here. This is all in the context of this ramped-up immigration enforcement.
It is crazy. What up, ABJ?
Has been touting. They say this is the largest immigration crackdown to date. 2,000 agents spread throughout the Twin Cities. This has been going on for a couple of days now. We know that DHS Secretary Kristi Noem was here in the Minneapolis area yesterday, and what we see now is this real peak moment here where, based on our understanding, there was a shooting involving federal law enforcement here, and as Governor Tim Walz said, involving an ICE agent. We are learning to.
Do y'all think this had anything to do with immigration? Do y'all believe that this had anything to do with immigration? Because I mean, we saw. I think they got a photo of the woman who was shot. Let me pull it up real quick. To give y'all a little bit more context. Okay, I don't see. So they're not showing her. Yeah, I haven't seen any pictures of her. Well, I don't see any pictures of her. Okay, is that her? Renee. Her name is Renee Nicole Good. So let's look her up. Okay, so here's a picture. Here's a picture of her. Here's a picture of the woman. So that's her. That's the woman. That's the woman who was shot. Her name is Renee Nicole Good. Yeah, I believe so. Bull City. So that's her. Apparently she's a liberal woman, and she represents the pride flag. She's married with the husband, but hey, that's as much as we know about her. That's about it. I believe also like she's a guitarist or something like that, but that's all we know of her. We don't know anything else. To be honest with you, I'm on no side on this situation. I'm on no side right now. I can't really say.
Trying to learn as much as we can, but let me just get you another picture of the crowd here, because this is a city where these George Floyd riots are not far in the rearview mirror, and what I keep hearing from people in this area is they say, if you thought that was bad, this city is about to explode. And so the line that Minneapolis police are towing right now is to try to keep this calm and not inflame the crowd, because they do not want
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Have a repeat of the George Floyd.
Okay, so let me go over to this next part, because they're not really showing. They just talking about it. Let's see. Let's go to this next one.
ICE-related shooting. This now the first time that we're really hearing some more details from law enforcement.
Yeah, we know that the call was made maybe about 10 o'clock this morning, so just about 3 hours or so ago. In that press conference, we did get some more information about this woman who was, we know, at this point shot and killed by ICE agents. We have learned that she is a 37-year-old white woman. She appeared to be in the vehicle alone, is what the police chief said. but the spouse has made it to the hospital. But we probably should take you back just a little bit about just some of the chain of events that have happened now that we have some of that information confirmed.
And interestingly, we really still haven't learned what the initial call was, why ICE was there in the first place, who they may have been looking for. But we know that while ICE...
Well, we know why they were there. Did we not forget the fraud that's going on over there with the Somali community? Did we not understand what was going on over there? We know why they're there. We ain't gonna play that game. We know why they're there. They were over there for that fraud, that daycare fraud that was going on over there. So the people got sent over there. So hey, they was wrapping up anybody that they possibly could. And it just so happened that Shorty, I don't know what she was doing. I don't know how everything transpired. I don't know where it started from, but wrong place, wrong time is what it seemed. As of right now, that's what it seems like to me. Wrong place, wrong time.
Agents were there, according to Mayor Fry. There were about a dozen or so plus agents there, and you know, we've seen there's some video out there. We're actually going to be showing it to you here shortly, so you can see for yourself. But in the course of you know, of them looking for somebody, people started to gather, crowd started to gather, more law enforcement shows up. And I'm not exactly sure at what point the incident happened with the woman in the vehicle, but we know that there was a woman in the vehicle. And according to, again, you'll see the video for yourself and you can kind of see this sort of play out. So just a warning to those who may not want to see this. You can see the vehicle there. That's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup. And I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Three agents involved. One was kind of closer to the front of the vehicle. The other, it's about a purplish reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Okay. So I'm trying to dissect this real quick. I'm trying to dissect this because first, who in the hell was that driving the fuck off? Who was that driving off? Was that just some random civilian, or was that an ICE agent? Old buddy peeled off. Whoever that was, they peeled the fuck off.
You can see the vehicle.
Then you see her talk.
There, that's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup.
And it is the Honda Pilot.
Okay, so she's talking. We don't know what's being said.
That we should be focused on here. It's about a purple.
Now, this ICE agent, he walks up. He trying to open the door.
Reddish color here. So let's take a look.
He trying to open the door. She trying to pull off.
Agent walking up.
Now, here's what's striking me. As he's trying to open this door, you see the other officer standing right there in front of the vehicle. Standing right there in front of the vehicle. Now, I can't pinpoint or say whether she saw him or didn't. But she did put that bitch in drive. And I'm not saying it was purposefully done. But it just so happened, coincidentally, he was in front of the vehicle. She put it in drive. She tried to peel off. And he let them hoes go. He let them go. So, I don't know. I genuinely and honestly do not know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a cop in front of the car. Not this dude right here with the black Scully on. The one on the side of him where you can barely see his head. You can, it's hard for me, bro. I can't because I don't know if she's actually looking and she can actually see him. And then you got another cop on the opposite side. So she's trying to peel the fuck off. But hold up though. Here's my question though. If she's not an illegal, she's a Caucasian woman. What's she doing anyway? So why are they trying to pick her up in the first place? That's the bigger question. If she's not an illegal immigrant, what was she doing? That's the bigger question. Because I know everybody just see the ICE agents. We just see the ICE agents, they're shooting, they're firing off, they're trying to get her out of her vehicle. What the fuck was she doing? He said, yo. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. confirmed. She wasn't even the target. So what the fuck is she doing out there? What is she doing? What the fuck is going on? So now it's starting to lead me to think she was trying to help somebody out who they was actually after and who they were actually targeting. So now, hold up. Let me rewind something back real quick. Y'all remember when I just said that the person who just peeled the fuck off? Let me see something. Was she trying to block them off so they couldn't get to that one? So they couldn't get to the other vehicle that peeled the fuck off? Hold up. Because they peeled off. So what? So watch this. You see this vehicle right here? They peeling off. You got what these two doing? You got this officer right here. You got I don't know who this person is, but this other one, they peeled off.
That's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup.
So maybe not. I don't know because they had a red light up there. So she was helping somebody out. She didn't have anything to do with this. That's what it's starting to look like to me. She didn't have anything to do with this situation, but she decided to put herself in the situation. She did not mind her own fucking business. She got in the way, and she ended up being the one having to suffer for it. Let me.
As the statement from Kristi Noem, Department of Homeland Security, if I could as well. Do you want me to do that right now, Ryan, or do you want me to wait just a minute? Okay. Okay. So let's just kind of let's just watch this for a moment. Again, this is the aftermath.
Awesome. Let's see what the mayor of Minneapolis got to say about this.
Chad, as we speak to this incident, I mean, it's pretty clear that Minnesota.
Thanks for having me on. I listened to the majority of that press conference. Here's what I'll say, that the mayor's comments were probably some of the most unintelligible, unhinged comments I think I've heard in quite some time. Clearly, he's placing the blame 100% based off of probably one video that he has seen on ICE agents, saying that they have inflamed the situation.
So here's that moment with the police chief. We've turned it. Here it is.
We've had a very dramatic increase in 911 calls related to this activity. We have a protocol in place that has been evolving as the situation has been changing. And at this time, there is a designated supervisor that is on duty 24/7 that fields those calls. And we do everything that we can to ensure that they are appropriately prioritized, with the priority being placed upon the protection of life and safety of everyone in the community.
You tell me, Chad, but it seems to me an incredible.
To get to the bottom of this, to get justice, and to make sure that there is an investigation that is conducted in full. But what we do know is that a 37-year-old woman is dead and that she was shot by ICE. We've dreaded this moment since the early stages of this ICE presence in Minneapolis. Not only is this a concern that we've had internally, we've been talking about it. They are not here to cause safety in this city. What they are doing is not to provide safety in America. What they are doing is causing chaos and distrust. They're ripping families apart. They're sowing chaos on our streets. And in this case, quite literally killing people. So they are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit.
I don't know how to do that.
This was directly, that is bullshit. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. As soon as it happened and we learned of the incident, we had several priorities. The first, of course, was to get the victim to the hospital and to get care as soon as possible. To the family, I'm so deeply sorry. There's nothing that I can say right now that's going to make you or your relatives,
I don't know what the he talking
friends
about.
of the victim feel any better. There were, I believe, 2 Minneapolis police officers that responded and were in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. The second was to get ICE off of the scene. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of ICE and federal officers that were there at the time. Having them there was only causing more chaos. Having them there was only making a difficult situation even more problematic, and one that, yes, they created themselves.
How they created themselves? They were there for a purpose. So the person, so hold on, let me get this straight. So you mean to tell me somebody who had no business being there, who had no business of interfering with federal shit that's going on, a civilian who decided to get in the way and interfere, you mean to tell... All right, bro. All right.
There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis.
Or what?
We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you.
No, it's not.
And it's also on you to leave.
No, it's not on them. It's not on ICE. They were called to do a fucking job, and they're doing their fucking job. When people decide to get in the fucking way and interfere with business that ain't got shit to do with them, things fucking happen. So what you need to do is tell your fucking people is, hey, listen, if it ain't your business, mind your own. Mind your own. If it has nothing to do with you, mind your own fucking business. If they're not coming after you or anybody that you know, get out the fucking way. Get out the way, because they're there to clean shit up. That's what they're there to do. You apparently you ain't got shit under control. A whole lot of fraud shit's going on up under your nose. Either you know about it, you got some investment in it, or what the fuck is going on? Y'all talking all this big talk. All this big talk will get the fuck out. Or what? Or what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if they don't? Come on, man.
It's on you to make sure that further damage, further loss of life and injury is not done. We're going to be working towards justice as quickly as we possibly can right now. And justice is what we've all got to get.
What justice?
Next, a message to our community. Look, we all know that the agenda of this Trump administration is to create chaos.
No, it's not to create chaos. It's gonna be some chaos while he's fixing shit up and he's shaking the room. He's reorchestrating and restructuring things how it's supposed to fucking be. Because guess what? The Obamas and the Bidens have fucked up a lot of shit. And so he's righting the ship. That's what he's doing. So all of that comfortable shit that y'all was doing, talking that big talk when Trump went here, now the big dog is here. He's making moves and he's keeping his promises on what the fuck he been saying. Oh, now y'all better sit down, bro. Hey, like I would tell the bitch rumors. Hey, bro, sit this one out, big dog. Just sit this one out. Don't even worry about it, bro. Just sit this game out. Sit this game out, bro. You don't even sit it out.
Let us respond right now with our best versions of self. This is a moment where all of us in Minneapolis and beyond, we can rise to the occasion. We can show them who we are. We can show them the kind of courage, bravery, love, and compassion that makes Minneapolis, Minneapolis, and that makes America, America.
Nah, you see what that shit, you see what that got you. You see what just happened. Mind your business. Simple as that. Mind your business.
We are better than a bunch of ICE agents being deployed to cities around the country and ripping apart families and communities. We're better than that. And so we are going to meet that hate with love. We are going to meet that despair with hope. We are going to meet that injustice with constitutional justice ourselves. And we're going to make sure that in this very difficult moment, we do not take the bait that these ICE agents are trying to create and that the federal government, to be clear, wants.
Well, she going to work over there with them saying
they want us to respond in a way that creates a military occupation in our city. They want an excuse to come in and show the kind of force that will create more chaos and more despair. Let's not let them. Let's rise to this occasion. Let's show them something far more beautiful than the kind of division that they're trying to stoke. Let's show them unity of purpose, of love, and the courage of our conviction. Our conviction, to be clear, is rock solid, and it is for our neighbors, all of our neighbors. It's for people who have lived here for 80 years. It is for new immigrants who have made this city a better place. That's the kind of love that we're going to show up with right now. If you're angry, I get it. I am too. If you're feeling that kind of despair, it's understandable. Let's show them who we can be. Let's show up with peace. To march, to protest, to hug one another, to love all the way with peace. Do not give them what they want.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Man, I ain't feeling this. Man, forget what he's talking about. Let's hear what Tim Walz got to say. I want to hear what Tim Walz got to say.
Learned that an ICE officer shot and killed someone in Minneapolis. My deepest condolences to the family, to the loved ones who had to learn about this tragic event on national television. We've been warning for weeks that the Trump administration's dangerous, sensationalized operations are a threat to our public safety, that someone was going to get hurt. Just yesterday, I said exactly that. What we're seeing is the consequences of governance designed to generate fear, headlines, and conflict. It's governing by reality TV. And today that recklessness cost someone their life. I've reached out to Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, and I'm waiting to hear back. Let me be clear, Donald Trump and his administration may not care much about Minnesota. That's been pretty evident, but we love this state. We won't let them tear us apart. We'll not turn against each other. To Minnesotans, I say this, I feel your anger. I'm angry. They want a show. We can't give it to them. We cannot. If you protest and express your First Amendment rights, please do so peacefully as you always do. We can't give them what they want. The hearts and minds of the people in this state are on our side. To Americans, I ask you this, please stand with Minneapolis. To Minnesotans, know that our administration is going to stop at nothing to seek accountability and justice. The State Bureau of Criminal Apprehension are working on the investigation. We have activated the State Emergency Operations Center. State Patrol and Minnesota National Guard leadership is connected with the Minneapolis Police Department, the St. Paul Police Department, Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, the DNR, and Minnesota's Homeland Security and Emergency Management. We have activated dozens of members of the State Patrol's mobile response team. And from here on, I have a very simple message. We do not need any further help from the federal government. To Donald Trump and Kristi Noem, you've done enough. There's nothing more important than Minnesotan safety. I've issued a warning order to prepare the Minnesota National Guard. We have soldiers in training and prepared to be deployed if necessary. I remind you, a warning order is a heads up for folks. And these National Guard troops are our National Guard troops.
Are you threatening the president? Who are you threatening? So you're threatening. Hold on. Yeah. So you out here making threats. That's what you're doing.
Who you talking to? You, me. You talking to me? No, bro, no. So you can't be talking to me because I'm a grown ass man.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it, bro. They real deal. They talking real tough.
They're teachers in your community. They're business owners. They're construction professionals. They are Minnesotans. Minnesota will not allow our community to be used as a prop in a national political fight. We will not take the bait. We will continue to update you, Minnesota, as we get more information.
We thank you for watching, and remember,
I think they did. Yo, I think they did. They really think they doing something. Yeah. Oh man, that's they just talking, bro. That's entertainment. Let's see what Trump got to say. That's just entertainment.
All right, this is not the video that the president had posted on Truth Social, but it is one vantage point. And so this is what we were discussing with Anna Schechter earlier when she saw that.
I just want to read.
Willfully and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self. So in essence, responding to what is playing out online and in the streets of Minneapolis, saying in part that the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense. He then adds, based on the clip that he posted, it's hard to believe he's still alive. The thing is, in the video clip we've been airing, you can see the officer chase after the vehicle after the shooting. So he was standing at least until moments after that.
So let me pause it and say, he says, I have just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense based on the attached clip. It is hard to believe he is alive, but now is recovering.
Shooting occurred.
What up, my guys?
The situation's being studied in its entirety, but the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis.
What's up, family?
They're just trying to do the job of making America safe.
I appreciate you.
No other specific response yet from here at the White House to the mayor. Jacob Frey's call is the kind of statement I could see this administration using against the governor later on in some other unrelated incident where they need federal assistance. And the president or someone at Homeland Security is going to say, well, you said you didn't need our help. So let's just see how that plays out in the coming days. Look, obviously, this is on several years worth of allegations and charges against people for alleged fraud in misusing state funds or federal funding that helped state and local.
Yep, right up under y'all noses. Right up under y'all noses, you got a whole lot of fraud going on. Then when YouTuber Nick Shirley comes over there and shines a light on it, all of a sudden, y'all want to talk tough. Nope. Get them out of there. Taking all those taxpayers' money, stunning on y'all ass, buying Lamborghinis, buying Mercedes, buying G-Wagons, living their best fucking life, talking about they got daycares, and they over here lying to y'all. Then y'all get in the uproar because another woman who is involving herself in a situation that ain't got shit to do with her. Now she's the one that ends up getting unalived in this situation. Now all of a sudden it's ICE's fault. All of a sudden it's Trump's fault. Boy, if y'all don't get the fuck out of my face, I'll get out of my face. How about that? Just get out of my face. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't want to hear none of that talk because that's the same talk that Brandon Johnson, the Mohawk Johnson's over there talking about in Chicago. He can't keep their shit together over there in Chicago. They want him the fuck up out of there. I don't want to hear it. They thought They thought it was gonna be the same smoke over there in Memphis, but Memphis was like, nah. We welcome Trump over here because we need to fix some shit over here in Memphis. He said he decided to play ball. So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. Nope. But let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think it was self-defense, or do you think that she was wrongfully shot or unalived? Y'all let me know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right? Shit's crazy, bro. I don't get it. Ooh, do I want to go to this one? Let's go to this one. Uh-oh. You know what we gotta talk about right now. I came across this one. Agreed, Nick. Agreed. So let's do a hard pivot over to, well, if we can get this shit going the right way and the shit stop playing. Oh, no wonder. Sometimes I be bugging. There we go. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. She was, you think she was, so you say that she was on the live? She was, okay. Listen, I mean, I get it. I feel it. I understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up, because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to this next topic. So we're doing a hard pivot now. We're gonna get into basketball, but not basketball in the sense of highlights. We're gonna talk about Michael Jordan. And what we're gonna talk about Michael Jordan, we're not talking about who's the GOAT. We're not talking about that. What we're gonna talk about is how Jordan became Jordan from a business perspective. All right, so we're gonna talk about that, and Rich Paul is gonna break down how they made Jordan the it guy, just the it person versus everybody else. All right, so we're gonna dive into it, and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on this as well. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out.
Okay. Or Michael Jordan at this time. Michael Jordan had two really great partners. One in Nike, of many, but these are two I chose. And the other one in Gatorade. Okay. Now, from a marketing perspective, they told two of the greatest stories. Nike, Air. I believe I can fly. If you put these shoes on, they had people jumping off garages.
Rich, I had a pair of Jordans, like the Jordan 3s. You never saw someone with less hops than especially me at 13 or whatever, getting this high off the ground with my tongue out of my mouth.
Did you feel like you can fly?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, I did.
From a Gatorade perspective, it was the fuel to win. And it was Gatorade that created the lullaby, like Mike, if I could be like Mike. Exactly, right?
Had the whole world trying to be like Mike.
So what's the importance in those two things? Not only is it the product of hydration, the product of footwear, etc., it's also the media spin that they to really push these campaigns. They're pushing it. And at a time where we didn't have social media, people didn't have computers in their house in abundance, there wasn't much. You had sports, and he was at the forefront of it, right? Then you have the NBA. Like all eyes on me, all eyes on Mike. It was clear. It was him, and it was everybody else.
Yeah.
There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that, right? That's the other thing. This is one that it's a
Yeah,
little
what
touchy.
timing crack epidemic? What does that mean?
Yes, because the timing, not just the crack epidemic, but also hip hop. When you think about the first influencers were guys like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What shoes did he wear?
This is getting back to what you said, and you used me as an example because I was sitting in front of you. You said it's not that Michael Jordan did this, it's that the influencer who had the BMW or whatever, you said, like Max with the fly girl and the BMW.
Listen, bro, business has been business since business has been business. I'm telling you, it worked the same way back then as it does today. Bruh, again, so they're gonna dive deeper into it, but I just want to go ahead and give my little piece on it based off of what they just said right here. You can have a product. You can have a dope product. All you would need is an influencer or somebody with a great following and a great community of people that's gonna rock out with them, whatever they do. You get that one person to rock your piece of clothing, your glasses, shirt, shoes, whatever the case may be. Your shit gonna blow the fuck up. The right influence, the right person who has the right influence, your shit is gonna blow the fuck up. What's up, Battlezone? Like, that's crazy, and it still works to this day.
So you're saying
what
that
I was saying was the hustler was the influencer in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood,
especially in the black community.
In the neighborhood, the crack epidemic wound up concentrating wealth in a few people who could floss in front of the neighborhood.
Because these people had basically not even careers or high-paying jobs. They just had hustles. So now when you bring forth the crack epidemic, it created a revenue stream amongst a group of consumers that, number one, would have never had that dollar to spend, and they damn sure wouldn't have had it to spend excessively. So and you're saying because crack was
more accessible, cheaper, et cetera, it had a different effect than, say,
I'm saying
heroin,
that,
which, because it's not like the drug trade wasn't always there.
But that was a different time. In the 70s, people wore shoes and suits and pants.
Not jeans and sneakers.
In the late 80s and 90s, people wore sneakers. So now when I'm talking about the timing of it, not just the actual being able to the excessiveness from a dollar, right? Because you're creating this dollar, but at the same time, it's also the thing of choice, the actual thing of choice.
Because the idea of like social media influencer, is like what you're saying is pre-social media influencer. There were still social influencers. They just weren't. There just wasn't any social media.
And then when you talk about
because think about it. Think about all the older TV shows. Like he already mentioned Fresh Prince. When you look at the Jamie Foxxes, when you look at the Martins, when you look at those cats, when you see your favorite actor rocking the J's, bro, that was influence. It's like, oh, that nigga wearing, that Joker wearing the 12s, or he wearing the ones, or she wearing the ones, or the 8s, or the 11s, or whichever ones. It was the influence, so everybody wanted to rock it. Or your favorite rapper at that time, rocking the J's, rocking the fresh J's. It was a thing.
What they call product seeding or product placement. What they did extremely well was every guy who was somebody on a show, they placed the product. So you couldn't see it on Instagram. So where'd you see it?
TV.
Oh, I saw this episode of The Fresh Prince or this episode of Martin.
Yep.
And then you heard it in the music. Oh, and then on my way to school, I not only saw, because many people wasn't seeing the games. The Bulls played on WGN, by the way. And it wasn't like
I could watch the Bulls if it was nationally televised or if they played the Knicks. That was it. Yeah.
Because your local feed.
Yeah.
Right. But I did get to see, in my case, my Uncle Lance or Bernard Sawyer, just different people that in my neighborhood that had, so now I'm influenced by that. And I love Michael Jordan. So now I want, not only because Mike is wearing them, but I also want them because these guys are wearing them too. And when you created that, that's how he created the greatest athlete brand ever, because Michael Jordan didn't share the market. He controlled the market.
He did.
There's a difference between the two. Most athletes have a market share.
Yep.
He controlled the market. So much so, when people had children, they bought, my little cousin came home in the booties.
Yeah.
Right?
Jordan booties.
This has been things for generations. And what happens is the I-95 is what they call the Gold Coast of footwear. When you do shoe deals, and this doesn't exist anymore because one person busted the market. It didn't matter about
New York
anymore.
They do have
New York, Philly, the DMV area, all the way up to Boston. That's the Gold Coast. So when we used to do shoe deals, I personally used to
not down to Atlanta and down.
Not really, no, not down to Atlanta.
But this is also, but when you look at it from this business perspective too, I also have to say it wasn't just the fact that Michael Jordan was as great as he is. So Michael Jordan is great. I'm never gonna deny that, right? But what added on to, I'm gonna say it, a lot of people who can't see past Michael Jordan is because of the marketing aspect. The brainwashing of Michael Jordan, because that's all it was. It was Michael Jordan. There was nothing better. There was nothing better. No matter what shoes came out, the Penny Hardaways, the Shags, the Kemps, any shoe was not fucking with Jordans on any level. Not Pippins, none of it. Nothing was fucking with it. Nothing. Yeah, the DMs was dope too. The Barclays weren't fucking with them. Nothing. So when you thought basketball at that time, it was Jordan. That's all you thought, Jordan. When you thought basketball, you thought Jordan. And then the bravado and the swag that came with Jordan on top of that. And then guess what? You got this nigga on Wheaties. You got this nigga doing movies. You got this nigga doing in commercials, in games, and all other kind of shit. Everywhere you turn around is Michael Jordan. Then you got people out in the streets rocking the Jordans, rocking the jerseys, trying to shoot like Jordan, playing ball like Jordan, the tongue out. Everybody, the niggas' influence was unfucking matched. Not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. And so that was one of the reasons why people say to this day, well, you know what I'm saying, it's always gonna be Jordan. I mean, I feel you. But right place, right time. Right place, right time. And that's not Michael Jordan's fault. I'm not gonna be the person that's gonna sit and say, well, if it went, right place, right time.
Stops right at the DMV.
Right place, right time, right person.
But I used to put
facts.
A higher premium on if I had a guy land in those markets. Mm-hmm. It's changed today, but I knew that thing that influenced everything. So what happened was, why you think they went east to those mom and pop stores to be able to, position the product, and then that spread it back west. Fashion goes from east to west. We're influenced by Europe and it comes across, right? It's the same way. So that's all I was trying to help people understand. But I know some people are visual learners, so I wanted to bring this whiteboard out.
Super interesting, by the way. But so I love it. But I think people are reacting to something else, Rich. Well, first of all, they have a certain idea about you, so they think, oh, he's just trying to diminish Jordan somehow.
No,
blah, 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 blah.
Never diminish.
But this is how I would articulate it. Jordan gets Nike Air, I Believe I Can Fly, because when you watch Jordan, and I know I'm in the minority, the best dunker ever is Vince Carter, or it's Gerald Wilkins, or it's Dominique Wilkins, or whoever, back in the day. Jordan looked different when he jumped
Of
in the air.
course.
Kobe didn't look the same. No one looked like Jordan, to the point where I remember SI did an article, and I think it was a cover story, but they talked to physicists to see if it's possible that some people can hang in the air longer than others. And they were like, no, it's just your vertical leap, like how that's, but the point is,
it's the silhouette.
The way he looked when he...
Bro, calm down. We get it. There's a way that everybody looks. There's a way that LeBron looks. There's a way that Kobe looks. There's a way that Jordan looks. There's a way that John Morant looks when he's dunking. There's a way that Zach LaVine dunks looking. There's a way that Aaron Gordon looks the way he's dunking. I get it. But again, that's the point. That's the point right there that he's missing. All of that ties into that. It ties into the mind frame of you. It taps into that wiring, because now everything that this nigga does, it's like, oh my God. Oh. So you never been, so let's break this down. So have you ever been to a high school? You ever been to a high school game? We all been to high school, right? And you got that one person who just got this bravado about them. They just got this swag. It's just something about them. Everything that they do, it's just like, damn, that shit different. It can be the simplest shit. It can be the most simple shit. But it's like, bro, what the fuck? Did you see that shit? It's like, bro, come on, bro. It's just a layup. Relax. Or it's just, that shit ain't as dope as you making it. Like, it's cool, but it's just because it's the person that's doing it. It ain't what he's doing or what she's doing. It's who's doing it. So I get it. I get where he's trying to come from. Let me take these off. I get where he's going with it, where he's trying to come from. But at the same time, it's the marketing aspect behind it that made you believe that. That made you look at it that way. That, again, that doesn't take away from what Michael Jordan was doing. But again, you also have to look at it from the other side too. You have to.
Was different because he could shoot the ball on the way down, so his hang time looked.
But it's also a proportionate from a body perspective. Shoulder width, arm length, arm, chest depth, all those things.
It looked right.
Balanced.
But that's the first thing.
That's not
fuel to win like Mike. He was the most competitive athlete ever. Stephen A. once told me a story about Jordan, which is like, I would describe it as competition porn, okay? In the sense that, Jordan used to do certain things, I won't mention what, but to antagonize opposing players before the biggest games. And my initial reaction to that was, of course, you're trying to get under their skin because, a mad athlete is not going to be at their best. It gives you an advantage. That's what Ali used to do. Muhammad Ali would get under Sonny Liston's skin or
yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. It was marketing hype. I get what he's saying, but it's marketing hype. Because there's a swagger right now. There's a swagger to Anthony Edwards right now. He got a swagger like no other. I love his game. I love the way he shoot the ball. I love the way he handle the ball. I love the way he drive to the basket. I like the way he just take off on everything about him is dope. I like his bravado. I like his confidence. I like all of that shit. Now, will he have the same marketing hype that Michael Jordan had? No. It's gonna be hard. I think we're far from that now. I don't think nobody's gonna have that hype because we got social media now. It's all over the place. You're not gonna have that type of hype. And to be quite honest with you, the only person that got it right now and still able to do it is LeBron James. Because he was able to do it before social media became something crazy, but he's still doing it. He's still relevant in this shit now. So anytime you get a LeBron James, your shit gonna skyrocket. Because it's LeBron James. He's in that same space. He's in that same space, in the same room as what Michael Jordan would be and what Kobe Bryant would be. He's in that same room and space. But I get it though. I hear though. But that was a great video though. I like the way that Rich Paul broke that down. Shout out to him, bro. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the notification bell, dog.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up, because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah, yes, sir. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. If you want to support the channel, please do so in the super chats to help me reach my goals. Help me reach the goals. Also, make sure you share this with your family and friends as well. Tap into the Patreon. That's where we're really growing. That's where I'm teaching things that I'm learning, things that I have learned. Like I said, I will be doing a Patreon video this month as well on the back end stuff on how to actually make more money without actually having to be at 100,000 subscribers or being at 1 million subscribers, and why guys like Anton Daniels was able to make a ton of fucking money without being at 1 million subscribers. When I figured that shit out too, and I was like, you know what, I could do the same thing for my channel, and I could teach other people who don't know that as well from my perspective. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. That's gonna be my next video in my Patreon. So you definitely want to tap in. Link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments. All right. So Anthony Edwards is Jordan's son. He is a road game baby. Hey, for real, he is for real. He is. All right, so let's go ahead and move over to this next topic. We still on the money. We still on the money.
Yeah, you right, man. Making money is me, man. 10 years, man, you're gonna have matching Benzes. 10 years? Thinking more like 10 days, man. 10 days.
So let's go ahead and get into it. There's this guy. He was an Amazon worker making $50,000 a year. Now he's making $432,000 a year working at Amazon, and why he left. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it.
I think that where they are is kind of a little bit of a limitation or a box. Combo over salad with the sauce on the side. But oftentimes, if you go above and beyond and find ways to do things that will help you, it will oftentimes also help the company. The sort of nature of experimentation gives people the freedom to grow their career in the direction they want. My name is Nabil Khan. I'm 27 years old, and I went from making $50,000 a year to over $430,000 in just 5 years while I was at Amazon. I started at Amazon as an operations manager, managing a warehouse floor. From there, I moved over to a project management role, and then formally transitioned to the senior product management title. Over the course of the next 1 to 2 years, ended up being responsible for the roadmap for all the tools used to build almost all of Amazon's warehouses around the world.
All right, let me see. I kind of missed some of that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
I'm 27 years old, and I went.
So 27 years old, went from earning $50K to $430K at Amazon in 5 years. Shit.
From making $50,000 a year to over $430,000 in just 5 years while I was at Amazon.
There you are. So Neville worked at Amazon 2020 to 2025.
I started at Amazon as an operations manager, managing a warehouse floor. From there, I moved over to a project management role, and then formally transitioned to the senior product management title. Over the course of the next
In the course of a year? Huh. Interesting.
The 2 years, ended up being responsible for the roadmap for all the tools used to build almost all of Amazon's warehouses around the world.
He's now the co-founder and CEO of Skill Access, which creates AI product managers for non-tech companies. Oh, okay.
I realized I wanted to be an entrepreneur pretty early in my life. I always saw the life of an entrepreneur as being relatively high reward, but also having a high degree of variability. And it's almost like a constant fun adventure.
All right, so let's break that down. So he says, Nabeel majored in material science and engineering at the University of Michigan.
I left the University of Michigan on May 2nd, and I started working at Amazon on May 11th. So there was very little downtime in between when I left and when I started.
Yep.
That's
typically what happens too. So if you come out of school and you go straight to Amazon, come out of college, I know there's a program too. You can instantly become an L4 coming out of school, versus somebody who just started working there. So then you start at the bottom of the bottom unless you got some experience. Other than that, you're gonna start off as an L3. If you have experience, you're gonna start off as an L3. If you don't have experience, you're gonna start off as like an L1.
Group of roughly 100 warehouse associates. I was responsible for overseeing their daily performance. It was a really interesting time, kind of post-pandemic, because everybody was really focused on social distancing and working from home, and that just didn't exist for me. I started every single day with 100 people coming directly up to my face and asking me where they should be working. My next step that I was looking towards was the project management space, and I eventually always had my eyes on moving to the product or software space. I wanted to move into this space because of the fact that that industry changed more and there was more exciting projects, but also because of the fact that those jobs paid more too. So what I did is looked around the warehouse that I was in and found opportunities for me to create new projects that I could use to build a portfolio to get me to the project management role. I ended up getting funding from the site's general manager, from our safety teams, as well as creating a project opportunity that involved the entire building. This, as well as a few other opportunities I identified, were what really helped me move to that project manager opportunity. The career of product management is all about looking a few years in the future, devising a plan, and working backwards from there. I did the same thing with my career. And so when I thought about the mentors I wanted to have, what I did is looked at people who were a few steps ahead of me, and then maybe 5 to 10 steps ahead, and asked them for advice on the skills they had built and the areas in which their careers had grown. I learned how to code by using a software boot camp from Georgia Tech, which I did over the course of about 6 months. I was always finding ways to be creative about the role that I was currently in, going above and beyond to find ways that I could apply that next role, and both building my career progress as well as the skills for where I wanted to go. I'm very fortunate that my girlfriend's law school stipend covers about half of the expenses for the apartment. We largely split rent as well as some of the utilities and water.
Well, ladies, look at that. You got a man, you got a boyfriend and a girlfriend. One is in law school, one out here making $432,000 a year, and they split the motherfucking rent. And they look happier than ever. She about to become, see what I'm saying, bro? Y'all don't be.
That kind of come with it. So there's a couple $100 other that are covered by that stipend too. Anywhere on average per month, I'm spending about $5,000, which matches the income that I have currently. Most of that expense is going towards food, insurance, and rent.
Now let's see what he done. Let's see transportation, which I'm pretty sure I don't see him driving the car, so he probably used public transportation from what it looks like. Food, $1,200, rent, $21, health insurance, $289. Business expense, $198. Damn, you ain't spending that much on business? Not bad. Subscriptions, $143. Discretionary, $93.
It's money. Transportation, thankfully in New York, is a much smaller amount. I don't have to pay for a car or parking. I will use the subway for most of the time that I get around. One of the things that I do like is just going out to restaurants with my friends and girlfriend, and that's probably one of the few sort of luxuries that I really keep for myself too. When I was at Amazon, I was a little lucky to actually have a lower cost of living that enabled me to save more of my money. I was doing a lot of travel between New York and Atlanta at the time, staying both with my girlfriend for a few weeks, doing a lot of work-related travel, and staying with some family. I was able to save a lot of money on rent since I didn't have to pay a continuous place to live. I was saving upwards of about 80% of what I was making on a month-to-month basis.
Damn.
My financial goal is to have an overall net worth of $1 million by the time I'm 30. This feels like a relatively high milestone because of the fact that I've been working in high net worth jobs for a while, as well as the fact that I want to be able to enter this next stage of my life with a high degree of certainty and financial stability.
So some of y'all, you got the blueprint right now. So if you work at Amazon and you are at L1, L2, L3, L4, wherever the case may be, wherever your position is right now, wherever you at, and this is not strictly for Amazon, this is for anywhere. Look at the positions in which that you want to be in. Ask questions. Go and learn from these people. I promise you, a lot of them are willing to help. They're willing to guide you in the right direction. And listen, you got to learn to speak up. Nobody else gonna speak up for you. Ask questions. You see somebody doing something that may interest you, like, hey man, what is it that you're doing? What is it that I need to do? I'm doing this right now. What steps do I need to take? You know, can you help properly guide me so that way that I'm taking the proper steps to get to where I'm trying to get to?
I knew that my time at Amazon was going to be eventually limited. I actually had originally planned to leave earlier, but it just didn't feel right yet. I always had the dream of owning my own company at the forefront of technology when I grew up. And technology was an area where I always found I could innovate and also do something new every single day. I used to work for Amazon for a while, so pretty familiar with at least AWS Space Stack. I was reaching my late 20s, and so it felt like a great time to continue taking risks in my career. Thankfully, because of my career at Amazon, I was able to amass about $650,000 over the course of my 5 years there, which gave me a really good financial cushion to leave my job with. Basically engineering goals to engineering. Yeah, and I also started at it was the space you were working with. Initially, I was using my own savings to cover the cost of doing my business, but about 2 to 3 months in, I was able to start paying myself back. Nice. And now at this point, because I'm making about what my living expenses are, I'm no longer having to rely on my own savings to continue funding the company.
That's dope.
For the near term, especially the next 1 to 2 years, I will probably be focusing largely just on making sure the company continues to run and grow. Usually I spend about, on average, 80 hours a week working. And if I'm not working, I'll be spending my time with my friends and family or taking care of my health in the gym. And that's frankly all I do. I think a successful life to me is one that balances work as well as time with family and friends. If I can have a really successful business and a really successful family life, that's kind of all that I'm trying to optimize for. And wherever that journey takes me is where I'm willing to go. Is it the biggest thing I've learned during my career at Amazon that's helped both me and a ton of the people that I've mentored is to just be creative about what you can do in your current environment. People oftentimes think that where they are is kind of a little bit of a limitation or a box. Having the agency to just look around corners.
Hey, listen, that's what's up, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, there's a lot of opportunities out here, bro. You just got to be willing to look. You just got to open your eyes and see. You got to start opening your mouth and talking to people, having conversations. That's literally what you got to do. The world is moving towards, there's a lot of companies moving towards AI right now. There's a lot of things that you can do in AI. There's a lot of different things that you can do. You just got to be willing to do it. You got to be willing to start opening your eyes and looking and doing the research and asking questions and talking to people. Simple as that, bro. Real talk. Simple as that. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit that bell notification, dog.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
So let's go ahead and move over to this next topic. We still on the money. And there's this kid who created an AI app, 18 years old, and he's made $1.4 million.
That's top dog aura right there.
So let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll give my thoughts. All right, let's rock out.
To be 18 and have a Lamborghini, honestly, feels kind of awesome. I think a lot of people will use age as something that is a self-limiting belief, but I didn't buy into any of that. When I've wanted to do something, I will just go and do it. This has helped me with learning to code at such an early age, getting into entrepreneurship at such an early age, and then anything else along the way. My name is Zach Yadagari. I'm 18 years old and the co-founder and CEO of CalAI, an app where you can just take a picture.
So he's the owner of that shit that I've been seeing on my goddamn phone on Instagram and shit. So he's the owner of that. Interesting.
And then it will automatically calculate the calories and macros for you.
My app brings in about $1.4 million a month after the App Store's cut.
We reinvest most of the money back into the app from CalAI.
So let's take a look at that. So gross profit, $8 million, advertising and marketing, $4 million, payroll expenses, $910,000, contract labor, $518,000, office expenses, $393,000, legal and accounting services, $76,000, travel, $12,000, general business expenses, $3,000, entertainment, 2 bands, well, 3 bands, round up, meals, $900.
Into the app from CalAI. But whenever there's enough cash left over, we will pay out dividends to ourselves. Most recently, I personally was paid $100,000 from dividends. Most of the money I've made from the app so far, I've actually spent. I recently bought a Lamborghini, which, you know, some will say it's an irresponsible thing to buy at my age. But I think that it's always something I've dreamed of getting, and it's only going to have diminishing returns as I get older. I'm not that materialistic. I don't have many things that I plan to buy past that. And therefore, I'm probably going to just start saving.
I hope he bought it cash. Yadagar, if you haven't listened, if you ain't tapped into the Patreon, Yadagar, listen, we're going to teach you how to save the money. We're going to teach you how to save the money. Put your money in the proper investments. Tap into the Patreon, big dog.
A few years ago, I started working out. I was a really skinny kid growing up, and I wanted to put on muscle, honestly, to impress girls at my school. So I started going to the gym, weightlifting, and didn't really see many results. And so after getting some advice from someone at the gym, I downloaded one of the most popular apps at the time. I started using it, and 3 days in, I quit. And that's because the app required me to weigh my food on a scale, type in everything I was eating. It was unsustainable for my lifestyle. Fast forward about a year or two, and ChatGPT and all of these other AI technologies started releasing. And so along with my co-founders, we hypothesized that we could build an app where you could just take a picture and the AI will do all the work for you. And we launched it. The response immediately was very positive. That's when we knew we had something good on our hands, and we decided to go all in.
Well, Cal publicly launched in May, and Zach was 17 years old.
It was a lot juggling high school and running Cal AI at the same time. In the past, all of the projects I had been working on were always side projects to me. I would put school first. If I had a test to study for, I would study for the test, and then I would work on the app. But Cal AI, for the first time, I would prioritize. I would put in, on average, 40 hours a week into Cal AI on top of school, often working while in school. Took my APs this week, AP tests, sat for 12 hours total, doing nothing. I don't care. There are more important things to discuss. Basically, I didn't even take my AP tests. I didn't think I was going to go to college at this point. So I just sat there and didn't take a single one. Our special sauce at Cal AI, what we really do right, is influencer marketing. And that's where a far majority of our spending goes to. We have many competitors. These apps are the reason that we started Cal AI. It's because they suck. There are many misconceptions about Cal AI and what AI can do. Some of our users expect it to have X-ray vision, where if you take a picture of a bowl of food and you hid things at the bottom of the bowl, it's going to pick it up. It won't. You have to make sure every ingredient is clearly in frame. And we try to teach the users early on in the app's tutorial how to use the scanner the most effectively. All refunds are handled by Apple directly. We don't process payments ourselves within the app, and that's a common misconception of many users.
Nigga, you want a $2 refund? $30 refund? Bro, relax. Calm down.
They think the app actually handles payments and takes in credit card info, but they don't. Apple does, so you have to directly request a refund with them. I started learning to code when I was 7 years old. I was obsessed with video games like Minecraft and Roblox, and so I begged my mom to put me in a summer camp to teach me how to make my own. There were many different factors that drove me to be an entrepreneur at such a young age. The biggest was that I always felt like I was pushed down a very narrow path in the school system because I want to get a good grade on this test so that I could get into a good college, so that I could get a good job, so that I could make money. And then I decided if I could skip all of those steps and just make money, then I wouldn't be stressed anymore. My freshman year of high school, I built an unblocked gaming website that lets students play games in school, bypassing the internet blocking protocols.
Damn, Zach sold this gaming website totally signs when he was 16 years old for about 100,000. So that boy was making money in high school. The public school system will label this kid lazy and unfocused. Imagine if he had a school system that encouraged his talents. Boy, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That shit didn't pause. It didn't turn them on, man. The shit didn't turn them on for nothing. But that AI did, though. Coding did. He was into that. That got his gears. And this is why I don't believe the phrase how you do everything, how you do anything is how you do everything. I don't believe that, because this is a prime example. He wasn't motivated to do schoolwork. He wasn't motivated to do it. He wasn't on top of his shit. He was not doing it. But when it came to his fucking his business, when it came to creating those apps and shit like that, he was on it. He was clockwork. Like clockwork. So I don't believe the whole idea of how you do anything is how you do everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. I don't believe that no more. I used to believe that, but I don't believe that. I don't.
Building Cal AI was very inexpensive because I programmed it along with Henry. It was only when we launched to the public that we really spent money.
So it cost $2,000 to test our initial marketing channels when Cal AI launched.
Scaling the business took everything I made from Totally Science, and then Blake doubled that on top of it. Because of Apple's payout calendar, they pay you about 45 days after you make a sale. And so because of that, we were scaling faster than Apple was paying us, which meant that for months, we were putting money in and weren't seeing a proportional amount of money out. It took about 6 months before we were finally ahead of Apple's payout schedule, and we were making more than we were paying. And this sounds a little confusing. It sounds like maybe we weren't profitable. We were very profitable during that time. I decided to go to college because I could just go into the business world, start working full time, get an in-person office with the team, and that could be cool. And that is something I do want to do. However, before that, I want to hold on to a little bit of this childhood experience of going to college, making new friends, having a good social life of peers that are also 18 years old. I'm getting a house with a bunch of other app founders that's right next to campus. And we're going to call this house the App Mafia.
Oh,
We're
they
going to be
gonna
recording
act-
a
they
ton of
about to act
content,
a fool.
throwing parties, educating people, teaching them how they could build their own apps. I'm going to be living this dual life between entrepreneurship and just student life. And balancing that, it's going to be probably fun, but also pretty difficult. My only concern is that I'm not going to want to do any college work whatsoever.
Right.
And if that becomes something where I just never do anything, I don't know how long I'll last there before they kick me out. It's something I've thought a lot about is the end goal for CalAI. For the longest time, it's always been become the biggest calorie tracking app. When we are helping people on autopilot is when I would consider the job really complete. After CalAI, I plan to build a generational company. Not sure entirely what yet, but while this company is helping many people, I want to build something that can push that even further. I think entrepreneurship is really cool because at the end of the day, age doesn't really matter much. You're either good or not good at what you do.
Nope, I agree. I agree. He cooking. So now we know who the face of that app is. Like I said, I see it all the time on my app. Now I can put a face to it. That's what's up, man. 18 years old. Been doing this shit for a minute. That lets you know, bro. AI can do a lot. I've been slacking on it. I haven't been using it to its fullest potential. I've been using it to its fullest potential in regards to building this channel. I have been using it, but nigga, I need to do something. I need to find some other shit. I need to find some other problems to solve. I need to find some other problems to solve, bro. Real talk. I do. Man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and get into this next topic, man. Now we done pivoted again. Let's get into this Ilkhan Ali topic with tyranny. Tyranny. Shorty, man, I don't know what be going on with her, bro. I really don't know what be going on with her. So in this video, Shorty decides to bring her husband on camera because somebody said that she looked like a sack of potatoes. So I'm gonna play this video, and it's quite lengthy, but I'm gonna skip some parts of it as well, so we can get to nitty gritty, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts while the video is playing. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out, cause this shit's gonna be wild.
This woman you with now, where you are in your life, she's worth your heart. And you're not willing to break her heart for it. So you going, hey, I believe this woman truly loves me. More of these, you probably can, and that's taking nothing away from your woman. Your woman probably bad 10. You can go get probably a better woman than her. But you rather deal with this woman that you believe loves you than to go find out if someone else loves you. That's how much we love different. We really want to.
What you just said, it don't sound real.
I'm out of here, bro.
All right, you see.
Hey, enjoy y'all, man. Good conversation.
Love
man.
you,
Y'all be
Tyranny, right after, hey, Tyranny, hold on. Hey, right after my live. Right after Mont lies, Tyranny, you go ahead and address it.
That don't sound Mont. That's what he just said. That don't sound realistic. Do it.
No, it's not true to me. I'm not saying it don't sound realistic. If I wanted to have several women, and I think I could, if I wanted to, I would, and I think I could, and I think they would all love me, and I think that I could give them what they needed, and I think they.
So
would.
why you ain't settled down earlier?
That wasn't where I was.
Why not?
Why didn't I settle down?
No.
Earlier?
If you would have, if women were actually good women, you would have settled down earlier. You knew what they was about. You didn't really trust women.
I don't like how you talking to him. Chill.
You know, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's why. Listen, when I was younger, I believed women actually loved us. Most of y'all got y'all hearts broken early, and you found out what a woman's was early in the game. And you were the man. You might have been a man that way at that time too, but you still got compromised. You went, oh, this is what this is. So you ended up going, okay, she thinks she can finesse the dudes that she think is him. I'm going to be out here and I'm going to have multiple women, and she can keep suckering and being with these one men that she going to compromise, because I'm not going to compromise my 304s. You're going to still be loyal to your 304s. You got Monday, you got Wednesday, you got Friday, you got Sunday. You don't break that off, but you'll break it off for that one woman that you believe really loves you, because you don't think Monday through Friday actually love you. They're trying to convince you to be with them so they can do the same thing that woman you with in that house does too. All these women trying to do with your heart is replace that other woman that's with her. That's why a woman will call you and say your man cheating, but she wants you knowing that he cheating.
I don't agree with everything that Ali say.
I know you don't, brother.
I agree with a lot of things Ali say. I agree with a nice amount of things.
I know Timothy.
I got this. Come on. I got this.
That's the problem with some of y'all niggas. Y'all agree with everything Ali say.
No, they don't agree with everything they say.
They
might not be able to tell me what they don't agree with just to say that, but they don't agree with everything I say. But maybe 99.9. Tyranny. What's
you talking about, love?
I can tell you what I don't agree with. I don't agree with nothing you say. Now 1 + 1 is 2. Now 2 + 2 is 4. Nothing that you say is right.
Oh shit!
Okay. First off, if you love us, what you want to go get something else for? That's not love. That's gonna send you to hell. Okay. Stick with one woman and grow. Okay.
Bring God in this. Bring God in this.
Right.
God
Don't
is in
do that.
everything. You know, he even heard. That's why I came up. Okay. Okay. Secondly,
Don't do this, Tyranny. Don't do this.
secondly, now, you know,
Day
I got
five.
to work early today.
Don't do
I
it,
got off
Tyranny.
work early today.
I
I'm
told
very
you,
having
love
fun with
God.
Ali.
They know, but we know what we know about God, don't we?
Hey,
Tyranny?
look, if it
we
wasn't
know
for
about
the Lord,
Jesus,
you
right? We
niggas
know
would
about
drive
Jesus,
me
right?
crazy.
Jesus can't save these hoes. Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Why you trying, Tyranny? That's a great. Why you
Jesus
trying?
did say them hoes. Mary Magdalene, okay? Let's remember Mary Magdalene. Jesus saved the hoes. Okay. What? Damn, what was I about to say? Okay. You said earlier that women are full of crap in this world. So are you men. You men are full of crap too. So we're the followers. You guys are the leaders. So if we're crap, we're following after our crappy leaders. That's ain't right.
Cliche.
Right?
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck was that? I'm sorry, man. You know, I wasn't thinking.
Exactly.
I told you.
How is that cliche?
Wipe your camera. Wipe your camera.
I know, girl. My kids dropped my phone. It broke down. They broke it. They broke it.
From the microwave.
You should get that man to fix that phone.
Why should I get my man to fix the phone? He paying the bills. See, that's one thing I do. I don't have my man pay for everything. I got money too.
Oh my God!
Fix my own. But this is what I'm saying. Y'all always talking smack about us women.
Then why
Did y'all hear about the passport bros getting caught up for being hoes? Why you ain't talk about these passport bros?
What?
Tyranny, let me ask you a question, because this is what we was talking about earlier. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm just ask you this question, okay? You married? You got a man? I just want to know: would you want your man to tell you the truth at all times, or you want him to tell you what you want to hear?
You know what she's gonna say.
What Neo say? Lie to me.
See, and that's the problem. What
Tierney, you came up here and you said that men should be with one woman, and you did you preface the Bible? Because I can go down the list of the men in the Bible who had more than one wife.
And they all failed. They all failed.
No, God still blessed
Leviticus.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tierney? What you mean they all failed? According to who? Solomon didn't fail. David didn't fail. Abraham didn't fail. What are you talking about? Just be talking. Just be fucking
talking, man. And you shut the fuck up. Huh?
God still
Leviticus 7. I mean, God bless Hitler.
Let me go down the
Leviticus
list.
17.
Let me go down.
What the fuck did she just say? What the fuck this woman just say, bro?
And they all failed. They all failed.
No, God still blessed
Leviticus.
them. God still
Leviticus
blessed them,
7. I mean, God bless Hitler.
Let me go down the
Leviticus
list.
7.
What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that private pile? Holy.
Let me go down the list.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my God.
God bless Hitler. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. God bless Hitler to kill
God bless Hitler.
the immortals.
He
helped them to delete those people.
Just a ish, and I don't think the Lord seen anything wrong.
No. You just said God helped to
He
delete
didn't
his
kill no
own.
black people.
Come on, man.
Bro,
I don't believe the Jewish people
What you
belong
gonna
to
say so I can go to it?
Yeah, go ahead, so she can go to it.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Leviticus 17 and 17. Okay, it said,
Nigga, is there a Leviticus 17? Ain't no fucking Leviticus 17. What the fuck are you talking about?
for one man belongs to one woman and one woman belongs to one man because of your lustful nature. Okay, so because the Lord, I think it's Leviticus 17.
You
17.
think?
No, ain't no Leviticus 17.
Okay, well,
So
Google
like I was saying,
I
David,
ain't a walking Bible.
Solomon, Jacob, Abraham.
Hold
Jesus,
on, let's go over that.
all of
David
these-
lost
no,
his
no,
son.
no, 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 no. I was speaking, then you cut me off. I'm just listing
You
all
kinda
the
cut me
men in
off,
the
but I'll let
Bible who had more than one wife, and they were not damned. They did not go to hell. Moses was actually blessed. Moses had more than one wife.
I forgot Moses.
I don't remember that.
But
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that, but you can quote a scripture that ain't even fucking there and talk about what God said. You wanted it's a man and a woman. You got all shit to talk, but you don't remember that. Boy, you raccoon eyes.
Start with David, Tierney. What you got to say about
Don't call
David?
me, man. Y'all know my motherfucking name.
Moses.
David
Tierney, don't
lost
start
his
with it.
firstborn.
Tierney, our shows can get flagged with that. I told you about that before.
My apologies.
Our last
David
show
lost
went
his
yellow.
firstborn son. Okay, Solomon was led astray. Abraham, with Sarah, they end up getting into a big confrontation.
Solomon was led astray. He was one of the wisest. He was the wisest man. One of the wisest men in the Bible. What you talking about?
He was mad at him. You know, he's going to go get these hoes pregnant, whatever. Who else we talking about?
Who else
we talking about?
That did happen to David, but David didn't get damned to hell. David didn't go to hell. David's not going to hell. He had multiple wives.
I don't know
what she's doing. Is she's
I'm
thinking
pretty
because
sure-
bad things.
Hold
bad
I'm
things
pretty
ended up
sure he
happening to him?
repented for coveting another man's wife. Because isn't it one of the commandments,
That was
thou
the
shalt not
issue.
covet another man's wife?
So
all I'm thinking on is having more than one.
Hold up.
That's it.
Hey,
No.
Am I tripping?
righteous-
Didn't brothers used to take in the wives of their brothers if their brother died
When
in
they
war? Like that?
died.
Yes.
When
So
they died.
what does that have? So did they covet another man's wife?
No, because he was dead. That makes you no more married. You know that, right?
I mean,
So
no more
that's to
married.
continue the bloodline, the legacy. The Lord said, if your brother dies, not because now you hoes like to go mess with your brother's girlfriends and stuff. That's what some of y'all do. But y'all do. Y'all mess with your brother girlfriend and your homeboy girlfriend. But he said if the man dies, then take on the wife. That's what he said.
Okay, so
But,
I'm just saying it's more than 11 men in the Bible that were
Hey, bro,
blessed
you
and
wild,
they dealt with more than one woman. And this is the thing: do you think it's gonna stop?
Just because it's in the
Just
Bible.
a yes or no.
Hold on.
Just yes.
So
just
you
yes
think
or no.
every
You,
story?
you,
No, I don't
you
think it's
brought
going
up
to stop
you brought
because you
up
guys
God
are
in the Bible,
horny.
not me. You brought up God in
You
the Bible,
guys are
not me.
never going to stop because you're too horny. You think with the wrong head. That's history. History shows that you're horny.
So look, listen,
So
listen.
Can I say
Listen,
this? Because
I'm-
you did bring up the Bible.
Yes,
If
let
it's
me
history-
like a wet puppy.
if you said it's history, in the Bible, these men had multiple wives and concubines. So why, if it's history, it still shouldn't be a thing? And you claim, excuse me, you claim that men don't love a woman because they have another woman. That's not how that works. Just because a man has another woman.
I don't know if you want your man to have multiple women. Okay.
See, that's the thing.
But
Women want to dictate how men should move.
Can I finish?
Right.
Go ahead.
It does say one husband to one wife. So
Where?
if you guys want your husband to have multiple women, that's
Where does it
you.
say that?
But I know
Where it
damn
say
well
Where does it
if
say
God
that?
created Adam, if God created, really, y'all, what are y'all
No,
asking me? Y'all
you
got
tell
Google,
me.
ChatGPT?
Ma'am,
No,
you
I'm
can't
not
just
telling
say.
you.
Quote shit, but you can't tell people where it's at in the Bible, but you want to quote shit. And you misquoting a lot of shit. Boy, girl, you better sit your ass down.
You go to,
and you can't
I'm
cite
finna
your
go
source.
because I can't finish a sentence. Now, when you guys talk, I'll humble myself and let you finish.
Cite your
Okay.
source, ma'am. You just can't say.
Okay, I'll let you
said
finish.
have
I'll
one
let you
man.
finish.
I'm just saying, cite your source. You just can't say it.
My
said.
source is Google, nigga. Go to Google or go to ChatGPT. You can research it. Tierney is not your Google. I'm asking you. But
No,
if you
what
want your
you're
wife
saying
to cheat on,
it's not sufficient. You're not substantiating
so okay,
what
fine.
you're saying.
If you want to be a whoremonger, you're going to follow down the same path as your ancestors.
I'm not a whore.
Ma'am, if you want
Am I
your
a
man
whore?
to have multiple wives,
Am I
you're
a
going to
whore?
see how that shit doesn't
Listen
work
to me,
out.
Courtney,
Okay?
listen to me.
But
When
a
we talk about majority of the women, we're not talking about all of the women, okay? And when we talk about majority of men, we're not talking about all men. We're talking about the nature of the man and the nature of the woman. The nature of the man is they're poly by nature. If they choose to be monogamous, that's their
sin.
Wait, hold on.
That is sin. That is. How you gonna tell me to hold on, but y'all keep cutting me off?
About my man.
And why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling?
Hold on, y'all. Hold
But
on.
why are you yelling? You messing up the.
Now she want to play victim. All right.
Conversation.
Tierney, she was talking, and then you.
Yeah, y'all been talking over me. Tierney can't finish one sentence. This is what I don't like. You, hold on. Every time I get up on these panels, somebody want to try to jump me and cut me off.
Please don't talk about
Let me motherfucking talk.
Let you land.
God
Tierney.
damn.
Yeah,
Y'all made
talking,
my other
man.
come in.
And you shut the fuck up. Huh?
Out.
Tierney, they responded to the Tierney, please stop cursing on my live.
No, I don't get. Look, girl, I don't know your pretty brown self. Don't.
She run a relationship in her marriage.
Hey,
For real.
Uncle. Hey,
Y'all
Uncle.
sit here and let people disrespect me all the time.
Nobody disrespect.
Why she want to come up there and play this and y'all let people disrespect me all the time? But shit, they're calling niggas, talking all crazy. She was up there interrupting people too. Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate when people do that. You been up this bitch, you come in that bitch, you start talking crazy, people question you, then you calling people niggas and all this extra shit. Then when somebody come back at you and call you out on your bullshit, then all of a sudden it's, y'all, they disrespecting me. Girl, sit your ass down.
Disrespected you? Who disrespected you?
This girl up here is disrespecting me.
No, she didn't.
What did she do?
You don't want
if I can finish a sentence, then get to finish that sentence.
Okay, so
Don't
say
come
she
up here yelling at me. This is
Okay,
a
so
normal conversation. I
Tierney,
don't know you.
Tierney, stop. You land and Leosha will respond to you. Okay, you land. And
Okay, I'm finna land because I'm making money while y'all online.
She said, I'm making money while y'all online, but yet she online talking to people. What the fuck? Some people so stupid, bro. Some people so dumb. She might be on the spectrum. She might be on the spectrum.
Let your nigga cheat on you if you want to. See you later, Ali.
Hey,
That's what I don't like about. He said, "Let me respond, please, y'all."
My bad.
That's what I like about when they get on it. They get on the panel. They throw Jesus and God around and the Bible around, and they cannot. There's no Leviticus 17:17. It stops at 16. Don't get on here talking about the daggone Bible and quoting it, and then how you gonna say history and you brought up how David had all these wives and concubines, and now men can't do the same thing. It don't make sense. Like, you literally, y'all just begin up here talking crazy, and I'm gonna be the one to call it out.
Look, I knew she came up here with the name "Need More to Hear," and then she referred to herself in the third person. She was gonna come up here with a lot.
I'm gonna skip ahead. Let me skip ahead because nothing. Yeah, she left, and then has popped back up in here. Where is it at? Here we go.
I'm sure that his mind state 10 years ago was different than how it is now, because I wish we had these type of conversations in reality to basically show us the truth, because even then we were shown.
What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that private pile? Holy
on lies as well.
Well, what the she got them sandbags. She got them sandbags on, boy. She kicking them hoes with her ankles. The fuck she got? What she showing her body for? As if she got them really out here snatched or some shit. What's she doing? What is that? What is that? Don't nobody want to see that shit.
Oh yeah, that's built like a bag of potatoes, baby. That's uncomfortable.
A bag of beans.
That's uncomfortable built, baby. But to Wolf Stacks and to everybody.
I'm built like a bag of potatoes. Said she smooth all over like Bugs Bunny.
Oh my God.
I'm out of here, boy. Not Kendra G, not Kendra Cam.
Did we ask for Ollie Cam?
Come on, baby, over here. So what we say? What you say? Say it to my husband's face.
Like a sack of potatoes.
Cardinal rule number one. Cardinal rule number one. Don't ever, if your person, whoever you're dating, don't bring nobody that you're dealing with onto the camera. Keep your personal life off the camera. Why are you bringing this man on the camera? If he ain't on the camera, if he's not in social media, if he's not doing that, if he didn't ask to be up there, why the fuck are you bringing him up there? Now what you're about to do, you're about to open up some shit. Stupid. I really think she's on the spectrum, bro. And I mean that, and I'm being honest about this. I'm not trying to be funny. I think Shorty on the spectrum, bro. I do.
Build like a bag of potatoes.
Build like a sack of potatoes.
Where's your edges? Where's your edge?
The edges are here.
I don't think this is very adult. Like, we have a great conversation. Let's just keep having great conversation.
Whose husband does that? What kind of young?
Wait, hold on. So those, I ain't trying to go at you, Leosha, but did you get your haircut like that, or is it just how the hairstyle is? Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just asking a question.
Man does that. You let your wife bring you up.
Look at this nigga. You bringing this nigga.
Wait, hold on. Wait. That's her now. We smell the rose. That's her oldest son. Ali's live. That's her oldest son. Come on, let's.
Oh, that's her older son.
That's her oldest son.
This is wild.
I don't give a damn. Don't bring nobody in the camera talking about
no edges. I can't talk to you. No edges. What the white bitch talking for?
That's fine.
Oh, wait a minute now.
And you look like a raccoon. Come on,
Courtnee, why would you put your son on here?
Where's your son?
Why would you put your son?
You can't let him crash. Don't make your son into a crash out for you.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't even. We just going in there. Don't put your son on here.
You don't know how to be a better woman. You don't know how to be a better woman. Don't tell
her younger
husband. That's goofy as hell. Like, what type of mother are you? This is your motherhood. This is what you do.
Anyway, Ali, what did you say to my husband?
Here,
the internet. What he gonna do?
You You put your child on the internet to argue with nothing, right?
Yeah, I ain't heard that. I heard there's some shit talk going on about me apparently. So what's up?
Let two niggas talk. Sit your masculine ass in the back.
What is you talking about? That's fine. I don't have edges. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Oh
But you're
man.
still a proud ass mother.
That's why I don't get on the internet, because y'all be lame as fuck. Lame.
You're a terrible mother. Bring your son on the
Only
internet
one
like
talking
that.
is
I see what this shit is. She tyranny ass that went over there and said some shit to bring her husband on the camera, which again, this is why men, you gotta take back control of your relationships, because if your shorty really wanted to protect you and she wanted to look out for you, she would not be doing that. She brought this nigga up here. Oh, go ahead, baby. She probably went back to they up there talking about you and they talking about me. I'm sorry. You should come on the camera and you should let them know what it is, what it really is. And just like a sucker that he looks like he is, just because you coming up here with your hands crossed like this with a hood on, nigga, that don't make you tough, homeboy. Now you coming over here looking just this shit lame, bro. You know what I'm saying? This that internet shit. Y'all niggas lame, bro. Y'all niggas lame. Man, they having a conversation. Who really lame is your wife or whoever the fuck she is to you. She's lame for being the person that she is. Because first of all, what chick is going to allow herself to do a Kendrick camera, show her whole body as if somebody was asking for that shit? Because ain't nobody asked for it. Nobody don't want to see that shit. Nobody wants to see no palace hanging down to her ankles. Nobody wants to see that shit. Saggy ass sandbags that look like they got mud in them. Nobody want to see that shit. And she decided to show the whole fucking world that. And now they upset because they say she like a sack of potatoes. She built like a small pack of fries. That's what she built like.
Female, which is crazy. When a man gets hurt on nobody got nothing.
You talking to a woman? That's two women.
I ain't talking to no woman. I'm trying to see what y'all niggas are.
That's two women going.
Nobody said nothing to her. You talking to niggas said anything, bro.
No dude said anything, bro.
And what would you do? And what would you do?
Why do you get on YouTube like this? Why do you let her get on YouTube like this?
Ain't no nigga in the house but your son. Ain't no nigga in the house but your son.
Do this for work.
You single?
Yeah, this is crazy. This is wrong with our community now. Like, this is wild. Like, who does stuff like this? This is crazy, bro.
Absurd.
Don't make me go get my cat, bitch. Cause he don't play. Look at the man talking about.
They talking.
None of the guys said anything to her, bro. No guy said anything to her, bro.
About me. I heard someone say about
Who?
me.
Who said something about you? Who?
What your shut your ass.
Hey, stop. What did we say about you?
Chill, bro, and you keep on goddamn.
What did we say about you? What did we say about you?
Hold on.
Let me tell you,
Hold on.
What did we say about you?
You can't fuck with me, Tony.
Leosha, hold on.
You still got your size and you look a mess.
Leosha, hold on.
No, wait.
No, Leosha, hold on. Hey, Tyranny, Tyranny, what did I say about you?
Okay, Ellie, because you know I ain't do no trip. You're my brother.
No.
Which one of y'all said?
No, what did I say? No, you said I said something.
Bitch, I heard her say
No, don't say, stop saying that.
Why you bring your son up here? If y'all don't say it, be about it.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Talking about? You said it. You feel like a bag of potatoes.
I said built like a bag of potatoes.
I asked y'all that. Hold on. Please, everybody be quiet. He said, we said something about you. What did the men say about you, Tyranny? I'm about to bring you up. What did the men say about you, Tyranny? What did I say about you?
Hold on.
No, he said, no. Hold on. Nope.
Gotta control.
You said you weren't gonna be crazy when you came up. That's what you told me.
Wow.
And wait, nobody said nothing to him.
He said, you said I said something. What did I say about you?
So I pulled up because Whitey said that I was fat. And Ballhead said that whatever the fuck you said. So I pulled up to show I look better than y'all with 5 kids.
That's not, hold on.
You don't look better than me.
Hold on, smell the roses. Hold on.
Yeah,
Did
Roses
you
got
see
a
your
point.
shot and those brown pants?
Yeah, I don't know what Tierney thinking about. I don't know what she talking about. Listen, just because you think you confident, that don't translate over well. Just because you think you're confident, that don't necessarily mean the things that you say about yourself is actually true. So
And she had on the other day, she was looking so good.
I want to hear what.
He keep
I want to
muting
hear
me, so
why
I'm
she
gonna shut
brought
up.
her.
Hold
I want
on.
to hear her
Please,
explanation
y'all
of why
don't, please don't. I'm asking y'all not to say anything. Tyranny.
Whole time.
Why he just said that he came up here because you said we said something about you. We, not the women.
No,
He said,
I came up here to say I got something to say about me.
what?
That's what I heard.
What's that mean?
Y'all talking about me and I ain't not even on the camera, bro. Like, you know how lame that is?
No. So stop. Who said
was
something
talking
I'm
about
not no
you?
internet nigga, bro. Like, I'm just letting y'all know now. I'm not this internet shit. And I'm
why do niggas always gotta reference that? Nigga, you own the internet, man. Y'all niggas on that internet shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't do this internet shit. So okay, well, get the fuck off. Why you on the camera then? As if that's supposed to stop somebody from talking about you. One of the things that I learned is this thing called this. Out of sight, out of mind. If we don't see you, if you ain't talking, ain't nobody thinking about you. Your wife, instead of you coming up online and trying to talk to everybody on the panel, trying to check somebody as if that's really going to translate over well for whatever reason or for whatever you think that you finna do, you should be doing that and checking your wife. You should do one of the two things. Hey man, you need to be quiet. You need to shut the fuck up. If you're gonna be on these panels, you need to stop acting a fucking fool. You chill out, you just have the fucking conversation like you're supposed to have the conversation, or get the fuck off and don't get back on it. That's what you should be doing. But instead, you allow your raccoon looking ass wife to get on here and talk shit, showing her body in the camera that ain't nobody fucking asked for, and start up shit. Now she dragging your goofy looking ass onto the camera too. You up here, man, which one of y'all niggas up here talking about me? Cause see, that's some lame shit, nigga. I'm a nigga. I ain't in the camera like that. Okay, good for you, homeboy. Good job. Good for you. Now what?
It seemed like
why are you talking down on me and my wife, bro? It's gonna
He's
be
literally
a
on the internet.
You're on the internet.
He's on the internet.
I'm on the internet.
One thing at a time. What was that about him?
Hold on. Hey, please stop doing that. What did anybody say about you? Nobody said nothing about you.
Let me know. I'm up here now. That's why I'm up here. I'm trying to figure out what was said about me.
Nobody said anything about you. Nobody said anything about you, bro.
You a well dude.
Nobody said anything about you, bro.
You a well dude. And the only reason why I'm saying that is
here. Nothing's been said about me. Let's keep it that way. Because don't talk about me off camera. Hold on, Leo. Talk about me off camera. When I get up here, everybody quiet. Period.
Because nobody said nothing about you.
So you think that just because you showed up on camera, that people got quiet because you showed up? Nobody was even talking to you. Nobody wasn't even expecting you to come up on here. What they were talking about was Tierney looking like a sack of potatoes. That's what they were talking about. But she decided to go get you and bring you up on the camera. Now you up here thinking you checking somebody. See, let's just keep it. See, I'm up here now. Everybody talking. Ain't nobody want to talk. Because wasn't nobody thinking about you, nigga. Nobody was talking about you. Nobody was thinking about shit that you had going on. What are you talking about? You should have just walked away. You should just let the camera say, man, I ain't got time for this shit. Because if you really ain't an internet nigga like you say, why the fuck you on the internet? Why the fuck you getting the camera? You should have went and sat the fuck down. When she told you to come, she just said, man, I might have to go over there and deal with that. Yeah, that's your shit. That's what should have did. But hey, it is what it is. This nigga's soft.
Hey,
you don't even know who you are, bro. Nobody even knows who you are.
Right, you
got. We talk about dating.
You got up here talking about me. You got up here ready to crash out.
Nobody talking
had
about
nothing
you. Let
to
you let no. You actually you actually you let your listen. So this is you're demonstrating. What you're doing is demonstrating what's wrong with the community because nobody said nothing about you. She gassed you up. You gas like you brought your hold on.
I want to know what's wrong with the community.
I'm talking. You can respond to what I say. You can respond to what I'm saying. Your wife gaslit you to come up here to embarrass yourself. Nobody said nothing about you.
And I'm embarrassing myself. Yeah.
Yes, you because nobody said nothing about you. Nobody said nothing about you. And you cash it out.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what all these men continue to keep talking about. When you get with these type of women, she is no fucking good. I'm calling it a spade. I really don't care if she see this video or what she think about it. I really don't give a fuck because she is a piece of shit of a woman. She's a fake woke black woman. She talk about, oh, well, I'm so black and woke, but yet she can't even now. She calling this other lady a white woman when she ain't even white. I think Smell the Roses is mixed, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's mixed. Then she going back and forth with another black woman, but she claimed to be black power. She going at another bad woman. She talking about her edges and shit. Then on top of that, she can't quote the Bible properly because she up here saying the Bible. She up here saying chapters and verses wrong that don't even exist in the fucking Bible. Then she get on camera showing her whole fucking body. Then want to try to gaslight her husband to get on the camera. Then now they both looking like two fucking idiots on the camera on the whole fucking internet, as if she's that bitch, as if she's that hot commodity that everybody would be looking for. Shorty, don't you got kids from a nigga from another race? But yeah, you this woke person, but you so woke and got the nerve to have an attitude like you this bad bitch. Boy, man, y'all better. No, that's her husband, bro. That's her husband. Yeah, I think Smell the Roses is mixed. I think she is mixed, bro.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description. And hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. But I don't know what's going on with that shorty at all. I think she got issues. I really do think she got issues. I think she got problems, bro. Stupid. Just dumb. Just dumb. Don't care how she feel about it. I don't care how she feel about it. Don't care. Waterboard, crystal, decanter. I smell money. Uh-oh. He said, I smell the money. Let me get my money. Where the money?
Where the money at? Where it at?
Where that money at? Yeah, facts, macaroni. They in the room now together, bro. They're in the room now together. Both of them, they on the spectrum for sure. And that's the problem right there. Exactly. Just getting on camera talking about who talking about me because your woman came on, they talking about me. Man, should have told you as a girl, like, man, just get off the camera, get off that shit, and come over here, come kick it. But he don't run the house though. She do. That's why. She run the house. He don't run shit over there. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, tonight was dope. Tonight was fire. I didn't want to go too crazy tonight, so I'm saving my crazy night for Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys are here on Saturday at 9:05 p.m. MST. Come kick it with your boy. Come run these numbers up over here. Also, make sure that if you haven't subscribed to the Banter and Barter Show, be sure to do so. Go subscribe over there as well. Let's run those numbers up. Let's get us to 1,000 so that way we can start streaming over there, all right? You feel me? But until next time, my good people, thank y'all for kicking it with me. I will holla.